Hey guys, ECRG here, back with another episode. So glad to be doing another episode today. I've got a very good question. Viewer submitted question from YouTube actually. They did this in the comments, and the comment is as such. Hi, thanks for the video. Would you recommend one investing in a clinical research course before applying for a clinical trial assistant position? And they have in quotes here, in this case, coming from a background in science, biochem, cell biology research at a master's level. So it sounds like this person is coming from a master's degree. And in order to get a master's degree, you have a bachelor's also. So the question is, would you recommend someone getting a clinical research course on top of that to become a clinical trial assistant? Okay. So no, the answer simply is no. I would not recommend for a few reasons. One, the clinical trial assistant position is an entry-level position. Now, oftentimes they do say they want people with a year of clinical research experience or 2 years or whatever, blah, 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 blah. Don't pay that any mind. It is an entry-level position. So if you are looking to be a clinical trial assistant, you need to apply for those positions regardless of how many years of experience they think they want, because that is an entry-level position. And what ends up happening is they get a good candidate who maybe that doesn't have the necessary experience that they ideally want in an ideal situation, but they give that person a chance. And, that is the role that people take to get their foot in the door. So a lot of people are going to be applying for that with no experience. So that's just how it is. That's just how the industry is. Same with the other entry-level positions also. They tend to post 1 to 2 years of experience. They post that because they don't want to do too much training. No one wants to spend all their time training. But, that's just par for the course with those positions. They're going to say maybe no experience, or they're going to say 0 to 2 years experience because they want someone within that range. Now, would they hire someone with a year of experience? For sure, because that's what they ideally want. But they would also hire someone with no experience also. So don't let that deter you when applying. Apply for those positions also. And the second part why I would not recommend a clinical research course is because a lot of those courses I feel like aren't beneficial to you when you don't know anything about the industry. I feel like those courses are very beneficial when you have a little bit of background. Maybe you've done 6 months to a year, because it's all so new. What they're preying on you with a lot of those courses out there is they are saying this person really wants to get in the industry. Maybe if I can convince them to take this course and spend a few grand or however much it is up front, then they'll take the course, whatever. And you're going to learn something. You're going to definitely come back with some knowledge, but it doesn't necessarily translate into a job. This is not an academic industry. This is not a certification-based industry or anything like that. This industry is experience-based. So when you get that experience, your life changes. So what I would do in your situation, if you have a master's or anybody, is focus on getting experience, whether that's through an internship, whether that's through an entry-level job, whether that's through a contract position, whether that's through a full-time position. Focus on getting experience. Get your foot in the door first, and then you'll be able to go wherever you want, whenever you want. Trust me on this. Your life is going to change after you get clinical research experience, and you will see that. So I would not recommend. Now, a lot of people do not have the luxury, but I would not recommend spending your money on a clinical research course, because it is helpful when it comes to the amount of knowledge you will gain. You will definitely learn more about clinical research, but I do not think it translates with the amount of money that you spend into necessarily getting a job faster, and not when you can do it without getting a job. Now, what's that going to take is you're going to have to look at yourself and understand what your positives and weaknesses are with your candidacy. You're going to have to make sure your resume is on point. Now, I do help with resume reviews. If you're interested in that, you can email me, eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com. We've helped a number of people, and I recently made a testimonial video that's on the channel. You just type in resume review testimonials on YouTube or clinical research resume review testimonials. The video will pop right up. It is also, if you can't find it, you can email me, eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com, and I will point you in that direction. But, there are other things you can do to better your chances of getting a clinical research job. Maybe some of it is strategy. Maybe you're not applying to the right places. Maybe you're not applying enough. Maybe you're not networking enough with the right people. So if you need some help with there, you can email me or just look through some of the videos on YouTube and some of the podcasts on the podcast. Once again, link is in the description for those. So there could be a number of reasons why you're not getting the looks that you want from different companies or whatever that might be. But I don't think getting a clinical research course is necessarily going to improve your chances that much. And I think you can definitely do it. 100% you can do it without forking over those thousands and thousands of dollars. So I would not recommend a clinical research course, but a clinical research course, in my estimation, is definitely better than going and getting a whole nother clinical research degree. Do not go for another 4 years after you already have a bachelor's degree to major in clinical research, or do not spend a year getting a master's in clinical research when you have no experience in the field. Companies will pay for those degrees. They will pay for it. So you don't want to fork over that money out of your own pocket. You want someone else to pay for it. And besides, it doesn't matter if you have a master's in clinical research with no experience. They want the experience 10 out of 10 times. So I do not recommend those courses if you don't have any experience. The only education I recommend is self-education on YouTube. If you want to buy a book or something like that. There's tons of information. I've released tons of, probably I don't know about thousands, but probably hundreds of hours of content on this YouTube channel, and on the podcast that you can listen to. There is so much information about clinical research, getting into the field out there. Not to mention Dan Sfera with the Clinical Trials Guru. Shout out to him. He has lots of videos. I used to watch his videos when I was getting into the industry also, and has helped me a lot. So he's got tons of webinars, tons of content out there if you want to learn a little bit more about the industry and learn about some specific clinical research things. Now, I don't oftentimes go into too many specifics, but I've discussed how to do some of those entry-level tasks you're going to be asked in the past. Now, I might do a refresh series for 2019, so definitely let me know in the comments if you would like to see some clinical research tasks, how to do them. I can try my best to reformulate them because I can't show my work computer on this screen share. But there's tons of content out there, guys, for free. Just because you pay for a course does not mean, it's better or it's going to be different. It's the same information that you're learning. You just got to get some experience and get your foot in the door. And that's pretty much what it's going to take. I do not recommend paying for courses at all. But paying for, some other things, maybe some advice, maybe paying for lunch with a key stakeholder, those are all ROI positive for sure. That's what I would recommend. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Email me eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com for any inquiries you may have. Take care, guys.